Hello and welcome to another Minecraft video. Today I'm doing something a little different, and I am making a video about flags.
In Minecraft, flags can serve as a great way to show what's yours on a server, but can also serve to add a lot of detail and make a build feel more real.
That of course begs the question, what do you put on your flag? Well, the most simple kind of flags are unicolor flags. These flags are pretty much just a piece of cloth that's one color. The benefit of these flags is that they're incredibly easy to build, but the downside is they're very simple, so they don't add a lot of style to your build. The second type of flag is a two-color flag, or a duo color. So a two-color flag, they are also very easy to build, a little more complicated, but I think that the detail adds a lot of style to your build. And if there isn't a flag in use on your server or something already, I think these are a great choice. The third type of flag are tricolor flags. These are very popular in the real world and can be made pretty easily, though they are a little trickier to make than duo color flags. And these flags are interesting because you can either put them right side up, or you can put them long ways or short ways, depending on how you like it. Most countries do this, but the Netherlands and Hungary, their flags, and Germany are like this, which is very interesting, in my opinion. All these flags are just stripes, but these flags are crosses. Crosses are very popular in the real world, especially in Europe, due to Christian influences. Um, you can see these flags here. They're a little harder to build than the other types of flags. They must be a little bigger, so that way you can distinguish the cross, but I think they're some of the most attractive flags. And if you're doing something medieval, I would suggest using them a lot because they're very prevalent in the Middle Ages. Here, of course, we have the X pattern, which is like the cross, just sideways. These are much harder to build, and if you're only using banners, they're fine, but if you're trying to build an actual flag, I would suggest against using them. The third design is a cross and an X. These flags can look very interesting, but they're very hard to build, and they require lots of blocks to look good, so I'm not such a huge fan. The third type of flag is a field with a charge. So the field is the background of the flag, whereas the charge is the emblem in the middle. You can see it, depending on the charge, they can be very easy or very difficult to build. Here is one right here. I think it looks quite good. These flags can be very nice and can, because of the Minecraft banner system, you can make some pretty detailed flags with banners, which is pretty neat. Another pattern here is the canton. The canton is one corner of the flag, which is different from the rest. Generally, the canton is put in the upper right-hand corner, or if it's hung, the upper left-hand corner. You can see here, these flags aren't too difficult to build, but just a canton on a blank background can look kind of strange. These flags are striped flags. Striped flags were pretty popular during the Middle Ages, when it was customary to take your family seal and put it on a flag. Many family seals are just striped backgrounds. These flags they require a fair amount of cloth to build, and so if you're only trying to use banners, they're fine, but if you're trying to make real flags, I might suggest against it. This is a chevron. The chevron pattern is used in a lot of Central American flags and a fair amount of Arab flags in the real world. The chevron pattern you can see here, it does require more space to build, and I'm not sure it looks too great when made with cloth or wool, so I wouldn't suggest using it. But here, of course, we come to these flags. These flags, if you combine stripes, charges, chevrons, or cantons, you can get these flags, which I think look very nice. They are quite similar to real-world flags. So these flags right here, like this one here, which is, of course, the American flag, are harder to build, but they can look nice if you pull it off correctly. So now that we have our design, how do you go about building a flag? Well, most flags in the real world are this pattern, or they are some sort of rectangular design. Some flags, however, are square, which are pretty interesting. Another popular design for a flag is the pendant. A pendant flag is generally triangular and are flown naval ships and from the top of castles traditionally. They were far more popular in the past than they are right now. So if you're trying to build something kind of old-timey or medieval, they can be a nice style. And the last shape of flag I'm going to show you is a swallowtail. These flags have kind of this triangular indent at the end, and they can look quite nice. They are also older generally, so if you're building an older medieval build, you might try to use one if you think they look nice. So when building a flag, you can build them like I've been building them, just straight out, but I generally think that looks pretty bad and it doesn't really look like a flag because it doesn't wave in the wind. Of course, there is no real waving flag mechanics in Minecraft, so you can't actually build a waving flag, but you can build a flag that looks like it's waving. So how you do this is when you begin like this with your pattern, you can build out. It's not very difficult. You just build out like this, and it's nice to give it not a uniform wave because flags generally aren't all one way. So something like this can look pretty nice. It can look like a real flag that's waving. You can also build pennants like this, or you can build a swallowtail flag. This looks pretty nice. Looks like a real flag. So yeah, that is how you build flags in Minecraft. Hope you enjoyed. This was something a little bit different from what I normally do. But yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good day. Goodbye.